Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Manufactio. It's going to be episode number 24. Last episode we were in the ore processing facility building here that I have been kind of playing with for a little bit, and we were messing with the drones. And the drones, well, they're okay. They're at least fun to watch. I noticed we have down to one in here right now because that's enough work to keep one busy as long as the system is working. As soon as we have more than one or two, we have a problem. So let me grab these guys instead. We'll grab these two guys right here. Uh, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. We'll place one down and he'll go to help. And now we'll have two guys that will go to work, and eventually one of them is going to stop. So that guy's going to pick up the titanium. They're going to drop it off into the arc furnace, which again is not showing its electrodes for whatever reason. And once they get caught up, you're going to start to see that happen. So the frames 14, 16, 38, whatever, back up to being okay. Frames are always kind of a little bit slow in this area anyway, but they will eventually crawl back up. That's the problem, is that when one is not doing anything for some odd reason, the frames in my world go just completely cruddy. And it also happens in my test world. So it's something either with my computer or with the programming in general. So I'm going to get rid of that guy. And yes, I know I beat him up with a freaking sword last time around, and all I needed was the crescent hammer to disassemble him, so I do apologize for beating on my poor drones. Anyhow, this does work. It is making stuff for me very slowly, like I intended it to. We've got quite a bit of titanium, and I kind of forgot something about me a while back. I researched the hardened, or I should say the signalum servos and the filters, and I haven't been using them. So I went and used a bunch of that titanium and a bunch of stuff and changed out a bunch of the hardened servos, except for, like, say, that one, for the regular signalum servos. So let's go do a little bit of a run around. There's been some changes. I've been kind of cleaning up the base because I think in episode 25 we're going to do a walkthrough and possibly a world download, so I wanted to kind of clean it up. So I've been kind of completing some buildings. I've got this building finally finished. I changed up some of the stuff back here. I got rid of all the silos and put in a bunch of storage containers just because why not, you know? They hold a little bit more, and I've got a lot of slag just chilling out waiting to be used. And of course, a regular old trash can functioning just perfectly fine. One of the other things that I had upgraded a long time ago, or unlocked a long time ago, was the automatic lubricator from the immersive petroleum portion of immersive engineering, which this little guy right here will automatically lubricate some of the immersive engineering machines and make them run a little bit faster. And it's fast enough now, actually, that the timing system that I have, so we can grab a little slag here and I'll show you, the timing system that I have in these dropping systems is slow now. Whoop, let's get back up here and we can watch it. And you can kind of watch it. It stops for quite a while, so I actually need to go back and tweak the timing, but it's definitely the difference in how much faster these work compared to what they were before. So totally worth. And because I was getting so many seeds and so many other things from my mob farm, I came over here and put down an industrial squeezer so that I can make plant oil, and plant oil is a usable lubricant in the automatic lubricators. So yeah, that definitely works really, 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 really well. It's something to do, at least, to get rid of leftover seeds if you have tons and tons and tons of seeds. Okay, I have also done a little bit more oil prospecting. I know that there was one of these over here, an oil, oh, hello game, come on. There was a chunk over here that had some of the immersive engineering oil in it, or the immersive petroleum, and then there's two chunks over there that still have the factory zero oil in them, so I'm pumping this stuff out and getting rid of it as much as possible because I have been chewing through stuff like mad over here. So let's get up here. We'll take a look real fast. I don't know if I showed these off. I did finally complete some kind of a nice little structure around the cart loading system over here. And the coal that I was feeding this whole system back here finally ran out. So I'm going to start working on the 5 or 6 chunks that are right here. And over here we have all of these set up finally, which they've been set up for a little bit, but as you notice, we finally burnt through 50 or 60,000 bitumen, so now I have just a little bit left over, so we're also fairly well caught up on it. So as this thing runs, those guys are going to take care of that stuff, so we're doing just fine. I am out of oil in those chunks over there. They're all gone. There's one right there, and then there's one right there, and then there's one way out there. We can just barely see him right there. That's it for the oil over here. Everything as far as oil is concerned, or at least what I feel like prospecting for, is gone. So we're going to have to start thinking about a different thing, because I have prospected a considerable amount of the main base area and I haven't found a lot of oil. So we're going to have to actually probably look at a different process. We're probably going to have to do coal liquefaction. So let me see, coal liquefaction, or liquefacted coal, basically is going to take a little bit of diesel, some steam, some coal, and make liquefacted coal, which we can then run through this thing. So what I can do is build another one right here, and we can run liquefacted coal through this one, and then whatever bitumen and whatnot that gets reprocessed and oil can go into this one. It's going to be a pain. I don't know where I'm going to build it. I have a lot of coal on this side of the base. I may have to do it over here, or this side of the base, this side of the building. There's also a patch of coal right here that I can use, and I don't know. I'm going to have to spend a good episode or two on that. That's not anytime soon. We should be good for at least the next episode or two. So we're fine with that. Let's go take a fly on back to the main base. I finally got all the windows and all the stuff and the roof and everything done in this. I had to make a big change back here because I got really tired of this ugly mess that I had for cart loading in the building. So I moved all of the cart loading that was in there out here just to make it a little bit easier to use, because I was having problems with the signals. There's just not enough room at times, so you have to make them a certain length in order to make them work worth a darn. So another big change. I finished, at least more or less finished, decorating and designing the mob farm. It is now an enclosed building, a safe AFK-able enclosed building, and I kind of added a few more things. These didn't move. All of the collection is now done under the killing area, so the vacuum hopper is now down there picking things up, and we've been steadily picking more things around. And how full are we? I haven't even looked at this today, so everything looks pretty good today. And I put in a whole bunch of XP storage, because I might as well just store as much of it as I can. Maybe I'll find a use for it. I don't know yet. So there's a nice little spigot over there that is connected to the bottom of these, so if I do need to get a little bit of XP, I can. I have my anvil over here. I have my enchantment table set up, and just some basic stuff going on. So yeah, hey, I like it. Looks good. I think as far as the rest that is concerned, this is all about done. I have been mining a bunch of redstone over there where that post is, so that I could fill up my outpost again, so that everything is now nice and full, and well, at least was nice and full. And we've been basically just kind of slowly filling up storage. So with all that said, the biggest problem that we have right now as far as getting things going is I need to be able to get back over to where this is. We need to do some more research, because there's some things that I really want to get into, and that's going to start being nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is going to allow us to be able to considerably downsize on a lot of some of these operations that we have, and it will also allow me access to a little bit better processing when it comes to sulfuric acid. I'm very interested in this process, because this process, at least for sulfuric acid, if I can get the right one, in here, I know it's a rabbit hole of a bunch of machines, but basically sulfuric acid is sulfur trioxide, which is sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is one piece of sulfur, makes a millibucket of this. Doing the math in here compared to the regular direction here, we need 5 pieces of this to get 50. Whereas this version here, if I get back to the correct area, let's see. Sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide, 100 millibuckets here, back up 1. This is 2 millibuckets to 2 millibuckets, so we're doing a direct thing here. We're doing directly with a little bit of oxygen, so back up 1 more. Again, this is another direct change, so Basically what I'm saying is one sulfur is 100 millibuckets of sulfuric acid in the mechanism way, whereas one sulfur here, let's see, we need to do this here. One sulfur, or I should say 5 sulfur here, makes 50 millibuckets or 10 millibuckets each. So it's a considerably more efficient process. It's slower, it uses more power, but it's more efficient. So in order to get a lot of that unlocked, we need to do a bunch of science. So what I want to do today, for one, is I want to work these two little guys out right here. So I want the advanced monitoring because this is going to get me some wireless redstone. So I have some leftover stuff from the mob farm. I don't think I'm going to need any of this, but anyhow, let's grab some of that, some of that, some of that, and do as much of that as we can. I need 100 of you. Detect. Thank you. Claim. Hello. There we go. Awesome. Hey, come on game. There we go. So that's going to get us the RF Tools Advanced Monitoring. So let's see, at RF Tools, that will get us the redstone transmitter, the redstone receiver. These are awesome because they are wireless, which means I can start getting rid of some of the red wire around the base. That also gets us the controls for the button modules, so I can actually set up a screen somewhere. So if I want to run something, I can run something. That's the redstone module right here. This should also get us, I think that's about all it's going to get as far as everything else is concerned, but that's going to get us some more of the modules plus the redstone control, which I have been really looking for, and the inventory checker, which means I can start getting rid of some of these random remote systems that I have laying around as far as comparators or whatever. That's basically a block checker that will allow me to check the contents of an inventory and make things a little bit easier to play with. So that's done. That's something I've been needing to do. Advanced electronics, continual improvement to the circuits and provides the I can't even talk, and provides the precision assembler. Something that I really want right now is the precision assembler, because the precision assembler is going to make it so I don't need to have these two guys right here making blue circuits, and I don't need to be using sulfuric acid to make blue circuits. So we definitely want to get into that system. So let's go ahead and research whatever we were looking at there. So advanced electronics 3. So I need 400 of each. So that's going to be ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. I don't know. Did I need the purple? No, I didn't need the purple. Put the purple back. Whoops. Some of that, and some of that. How much are we got? Can I get most of it? No. And a little bit more of that. Cool. All right, put this back for right now because I don't need it making too much of this, especially this. Okay, so purple we can put back in the drawer, or maybe we can hang on to it. And we got a trophy. What did we get? Circuit something. Circuit module masher. And what else did we get? Challenges, achievements. So that is the module masher. So assembler, overlord, silicon guru. That's what those two are. Awesome, cool. Now, that's going to get us a little bit more stuff. So that means I have this opened up. That means once we get these researched, we can get into some better modules. But this is going to open up a little bit more stuff, because now all I need here is osmotanium aluminide steel to get into nanotechnology, which means we need to go down this line right here. So titanium aluminide, 200 of each of the red, green, blue, and yellow. Titanium aluminide, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Detect. Awesome. Titanium aluminide. Titanium aluminide is going to be something we're going to need for a lot of things. So titanium, we'll just check this out real quick. Titanium ingots, titanium aluminide is that button right there. Titanium aluminide goes into a lot of the things that happen with the advanced rocketry, as well as unusual or anomaly science. And then this should also allow us to make the titanium aluminide plates, which are going to make a lot of the process for other things that I'm rather interested in as well. So very cool. I forgot how I was supposed to make that. Now I know. Okay, cool. But yes, that's going to get a lot of the other things more or less ready for applied energistics unlocked, as well as some of the other goodies that we need, like better power production, better servos, and a better or somewhat cheaper way to make the low density structures, because for 20 of these plates I can get 4 low density structures. We're not going to be making yellow science this way for very much longer, so I'm just going to put that out there. Anyhow, what else can we do? Well, that should open crystal processing, so that's for 150 of each of these. How much do we have on us? Give me a couple of these. And what else? Yellow. Let's get crystal processing done. Awesome. This will give us the advanced rocketry crystallizer, and the crystallizer is how we're going to be able to make certain things a little bit cheaper, like nether quartz. Let's see if I can spell this correctly. Can't spell it for nothing. This is one of the many ways you can do it. So the crystallizer uses 16 hardened sand versus the electric furnace, which takes 28, or the Hellforge, which is copper ingots. I have so much sand, it's not even funny, and I can craft this all day long. I mean, you saw how many storage containers full of slag I have. Well, that's nothing but sand, so there's no point in me playing around with any of the other stuff just yet until I'm ready to do it. So, all right, crystallizer will also get us the ability to make, I believe, I don't even know if it's going to let me see it, fluix crystals. Can I cheat through this? Is it possible? Dense cables, possible. Those should be allowed to be able to make fluix crystals with various things like this. So, awesome. All right, what else can we get done? Well, osmotanium alamide steel. Ow, 500 of each. 500 of all of those. Is there anything else we can probably work on for right now? Power. Yes, actually I do want to work on something. I need the second set of flux ducts, so that's just 50 of the red, green, and purple. Okay, we probably have most of that on us. Let's go ahead and research this. Can I get most of it? Okay, need a little bit more green. Go ahead, come on. Claim, thank you very much. All right, what's the next one? The next one is red, green, blue, and purple. Well, I think we can probably do a little bit of that too. And I should maybe not have enough of this. We'll see. Go ahead, detect. Now that's going to get us the flux ducts capable of handling 9,000 RF a tick. So now we're started talking about something that I've been interested in looking at. The first ones here can do 4,000 per connection. The second ones here can do 9,000. What's the third level take to make? Well, just a little bit more yellow. How much do we have on us now? Let's just go ahead and hit as much of that as we can. So red, purple, and blue. So red, purple, and blue. Detect. Back. Thank you. Awesome. And those guys are good for 16,000 RF a tick. We're starting to get to where I want to be with that. Now, this has to be osmotanium alamide steel. We cannot touch that currently. So, well, that was fun. Let's put some of this away. Especially put these expensive ones away. Thank you very much. All right. Now, that does quite a bit of the stuff that I was looking at doing. Nanotechnology still requires osmotanium alamide steel. Space and Beyond, or at least, oh, To the Moon is now open. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Holy cow. We're going to have to look at this probably in another episode fairly soon. Actually, what I want to do with that is I want to go ahead and blow out at least that right there. I'm going to blow that part out of that one, because I have a bunch of leftover military stuff that I want the factory to work through, and I haven't done any military in a while. So, I mean, I do have 1,000 all the way across the board, but there is another thing that I want. For sure, there is another thing that I want to play with, and that is the nuclear power. Nuclear power will get us the extreme reactor nuclear reactors system. And in order for me to do a little bit of work with excavators, especially excavators, because they take about 4,000 RF to tick, and RF tick to work, and I really don't feel like playing with something along the size of massive solar arrays or a lot of diesel generators. I want to use the what do we got? The uranium processing system that we have here to make this a little bit easier. So what I want to do is I want to unlock the nuclear reactors so I can start mining some of the other stuff. So we need 1,000 of each of these. That's 1. And 2. Yes, there we go. And what was it? Blue or purple? Blue. Excellent. Excellent, 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 excellent. Keep going. Just take a bunch. There you go. Thank you. All right. Ding, ding. Now, that's awesome, because that is going to get us all of the extreme reactor stuff. So, extreme. All of the parts for extreme reactors, which is going to require us to learn how to make all of this. Well, this is all currently automated in the factory, so all I have to do is set up some assemblers to craft a lot of this. This is another handcraft. This is something pretty simple to make. These are just glass. These require hop graphite ingots. So the reactor control rods, the tops, the actual controllers require hop graphite ingots. The actual reactor fuel rods require hop graphite ingots. And as we found out in the last episode, how do we get hop graphite ingots? Well, the cheapest way to do it is with coke dust in an industrial squeezer, or that guy that I have over there processing seeds right now. And if I can find it, the massive, or the not necessarily massive amount of coal coke that I have right now, but this is enough to get us a relatively decent sized thing. So probably here what I'm going to have to start looking at is actually processing some more coal coke. This system should be up and moving right now, or is everything shut off? We should be making science. Oh good, we're making science. Good, 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 good. Updating a lot of these systems in here, especially with the better what do you call them, item ducts and the better servos, has really made for this to be a lot less laggy than it used to be. It's actually very reasonably quick right now, so I'm very happy with how this is working, aside from the occasional lag spike for whatever reason that is. Okay, there's a dead creeper. Too bad. All right, where are we? What are we doing? We got all that stuff going on. I have a very small amount of resource, I should say, science left. Is there anything else? How much is the reprocessing going to cost us? 250 each of all of those. So, I wouldn't mind just going ahead and dumping all this then. And that. We'll just get as much of that done as possible. And then in between episodes, as this continues to build itself up, I will be able to go ahead and finish that problem. Or maybe while we're still sitting here messing around. So, all right, there is something else that I wanted to do, and it is sitting right here. In between episodes, again, I crafted up another challenge. So I have a whole bunch of fast conveyors to hand in, and I hope this is going to be enough. Come on, give me this. So let's run over here and turn these guys in. Love this thing. And I built another road back here just for fun, so we can get to this. So, all right. This should be for, hopefully, the fast conveyor belts, which is going to get us 17,000 iron and 24 diamond ore. So detect. Am I seriously that short? Oh, I hope I have enough of that laying around. I took the machine down that was making them, so hopefully there's enough still around. I need to learn how to count. Nothing in here. Nope. This is the spare stuff I need to get rid of. Conveyor. 64. I knew I had some extra. Take a run over here, and we're going to drop it on this chunk. Go ahead and finish the rest of that, please. Thank you. And done. Now, I'm going to, I don't know if I can just reset it to do this. No, I guess I'm going to have to break it. Okay, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and put you back down. I'm going to tell you to output right. Need to get a better chest. There. Oh, goodness. There. And put this down. And then that can go to work mining that 17,000 iron that I have hanging out. Because I have room for it, I might as well let it eat it up. Yeah, plenty of room. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so the discussion is nuclear reactors and making things work. And there's an interesting thing that I want to kind of work on and discuss on here pretty soon. And it's going to be one of these. Because one of these, if I have my book, where is my book? Where is my, there it is. Let's get our book out and we'll take a look at something real quick. Applied tools. We'll put this down, get me the book. All right, so excavators. Excavators are going to dig up mineral deposits, and a mineral deposit is basically defined as a kind of the same thing we're doing with the oil, and there's several different types of mineral deposits. So what I'm interested in looking at specifically are these ones are found on the moon, but this is the redstone ore deposit, which is going to give us electrotine ore and is going to give us platinum ore. Platinum ore is a whatever on this kind of thing, but the electrotine ore is a kind of a thing that I'm very interested in looking at. I'm also interested in, if I can get over to it, wherever it is, this one, the uranium ore. Because uranium ore is going to have a very small chance to drop osmium and an even smaller chance to drop unusual ore. So I want to start using up as much of this uranium ore as I possibly can so that I can get some osmium ore, because we're going to need it for the machines, especially mechanism and things like that. Now, the electrotine, this stuff right here, is just, you know, gettable by grinding the ore, and you get two of them. And the uses especially that are very interesting are the duplicators, because duplicators, or the duplicator technology, is going to be a reasonably interesting way to make science. So it'll use up a little bit of electrotine, it'll use up a little bit of uranium-238, which we can easily get from just crushing ore to get two of them, so there's no point in continuously processing. Once I get the reprocessor and all that other stuff unlocked, there won't even be any reason to process the uranium with the chemical plant, because literally all I'll be doing is duplicating the 235 and just crushing 238. So we'll just completely just get rid of all that system. So part of the reason why I want to look at the reactors is because of this vein and the I believe there's a uranium vein right here somewhere. One of these is somewhere around in the area. I know there's one fairly close. And of course, you know, diamonds and emeralds and things like that. But yeah, I want to start mining with excavators, so I need to get some reactors up and running so that we can start collecting some of that material. But anyhow, I guess I am going to continue doing my world cleanup, and I think next episode we may have a little bit of that technology to set up, or maybe we will just do like I said and do a nice long base walkthrough and show you guys all the craziness that I built over the last 25 episodes, or 24, whatever you want to call it. So anyhow, I think that's good enough for the time. We will see you guys in the next episode, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.